maximize your immune system, grow muscle, and lose fat faster? Prova Immune is not herbs and spices. It's not a proprietary blend. It's patented. It's a one-of-a-kind product. It's backed by science from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Prova is a protein antibody. It's different. It's real science and gets real results. Check us out at prova.com.
When you're asleep, they're just getting started. John Romano, Dave Palumbo, After Hours.
Welcome back again to the After Hours podcast. I am Dave Palumbo here with my two compatriots in crime, John Romano, Gregg Valentino. And I hear the bull, Jimmy Pelletier, is having a tooth extracted right now. Can you imagine that?
Oh my God.
Dental problems for Jimmy, John?
What is he going to stop? I can't imagine. I can't imagine being the dentist working on the bull.
No, but how many, over the years, what, for 12 years we've been doing these shows, Jimmy always is in the fucking dentist. You ever notice that?
I swear to God.
He does go a lot.
You notice that, Greg? He's got teeth always getting pulled out of his mouth somehow.
How many teeth does he got left? I mean,
Four.
I know, you're right. He's always at the fucking dentist. How many teeth he's got left?
You know the day he's got to get dentures will be, he'll want to kill himself.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he really has dentures and he needs them adjusted.
So speaking of dentures, are you going to always talk like this now? Because your voice is really cool.
I hope not, man. I feel like fucking I swallowed fucking a giant dick. It's fucking.
You know what he said?
I always wonder how he is able to make those comparisons without knowledge or forethought. But you sound like you got karate chopped in the neck like all the old Italian guys. I think this perfectly suits you.
No, it's because my throat is so swollen, and even my tongue, it doesn't. My tongue is swollen too, so it doesn't move right. And they moved. I don't know. They said they moved my tongue a little bit, so I don't know how you moved it. It's still in my mouth. You know,
they chopped it off. They reattached it.
But that's what they said. The punching bag in the back, was so. Yeah, the uvula. That fucking thing was like a finger, and every time I would swallow, go down my throat, and then every time I breathe, it come out and everything.
So they cut it off. Do you have a uvula?
Yeah. No, they said that's normal because of what they did in there. Yeah. They took out both my tonsils because I had tonsil cancer on top of everything else.
Right.
So they took out both my tonsils. They took out the muscle behind the tonsils. They cut something. I had some cancer like in the back of the throat and the roof. You know what I mean? The roof of the mouth. And then they cut. They took out the what do you call them things? The lymph nodes. Right. And they took that out. And they said now, I just got the notice yesterday that there's no more cancer. So I'm cancer.
Great.
Good. Thanks. I mean, they almost amputated your head to do it. But.
Oh, dude. You know what's funny? What the worst part is, first of all, you can't, look, I'm drinking broth. I can't eat.
Broth.
Yeah, see, it's all yellow.
Utes.
I can't say broth because my tongue is so fucked up.
Greg, people don't like that I'm laughing. By the way, people are mad that I'm laughing when you when we talk about your situation. They think I'm laughing at the fact you have cancer. I'm like, we're laughing cancer in the face, you idiots.
No, you want to laugh?
I don't think that at all.
Here, say 2 youths drinking broth.
2 youths drinking broth.
See, that's funny.
We're not allowed to kid about cancer, Greg. It's very serious.
Oh, God forbid.
Oh, shit. Well, you know what? Well, then I'm like a black guy calling somebody else, a name because I got this, so I'm making fun of the cancer. Yeah. If the cancer's the last, I wasn't even worried about that. It's the cure that's killing me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The cut and everything. First of all, do you have any idea what it's like to go down where your throat, because your throat closes up, and it's all swollen in there, and you can't swallow anything, and it bleeds and stuff, and that's what the worst episode happened a week ago. Today was the worst. I was when you guys were doing your show. I was in hell. It was really, really bad because the night before at 12 o'clock, look, I'm fucking drooling.
Hold on, Greg. I'm going to let you tell the story, but I got to tell John this one thing. So, John, I'm interviewing him yesterday to do a quick update of what's going on. And he's trying to get the microphone working, and he's a little out of it, because of the, whatever. He's still, recovering. And he sounds like it could be my dad I'm talking to. He's like, fungu, and he's like, using all the terms, all the Italian terms that my father uses.
Fungu.
He regressed to like an 80-year-old fucking Italian old man.
Dude, look at me. I look like an 80-year-old. I used to have all this muscle. Now I look like a fucking...
You actually look leaner. You look like you got ripped. I bet you're shredded.
Oh yeah, bro. I look like Tour de France, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you were supposed to be getting ready for a show anyway, so this is a head start.
Yeah, right.
Well, this is the right time to get cancer, John, because everything's canceled now. So he's got some time to recover from it.
You slid in right on time. Another week, and they would have let you freaking die.
Yeah, probably.
Dude, they would let me die as it is. I had a bad bleeding last Monday night into Tuesday morning, right? So 12 o'clock at night, I had to go to the hospital. And I was bleeding really, really bad inside the throat. And my girlfriend has a video, a small, quick video. I could probably send it to you. Yeah. And the blood is just coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, send it over to us.
All right.
Save that for Halloween.
Email it to me.
Is coming out, and it's going into a little bit of a sink at first. That's when it first started, Chief.
Now hold on, Greg. I got to stop you, Greg. I'm going to let you tell the story. I'm not interrupting him. I just got to stop for a second. You have a lot of experience with bleeding from your throat. Remember, you told us the story about the skewers you had stuck down. So you probably weren't panicking as much as like a normal person would, right?
I wasn't panicked at all at first because I had something like this happen to me on the first surgery that I had. I was at the gym. And all of a sudden it popped, and the blood was coming out. I was hanging over the garbage pail. It was just pouring out, but it stopped.
Right.
This didn't stop. It went on for 3 hours, and I was in the emergency room, and it was pulling chunks out of. It was because it was coagulating and closing off my throat.
Right.
And it's coagulating on the back, where the back of your tongue it bends down, And I was in there. And my family was with me, my daughter, my girlfriend, and my niece, and they were with me. And the hospital said, "Listen, nobody can be here. You gotta get out of here. The COVID virus, all this bullshit." So I was alone. So now
that's the worst part.
Yeah, I know. That's the rule though now.
No, I know, but that's got to be depressing for you. I mean, here you are. You don't know what's going on with you, and they say you have to be alone, and now there's no one there to hold your hand. There's no one there to at least confer with. You got to listen to whatever they tell you to do there. It's like martial law in that hospital, right?
Oh, Dave, let me tell you something. You got kids. Can you imagine, God forbid, when your kids get sick and has to go to the hospital? They won't let you or Amanda there. And if they did allow, if you freaked out and Amanda freaked out, they might say, okay, Amanda could come in, but you can't see your kid.
Right.
You know what that does to the kid too? They want to see you. They need to see you.
Of course.
To support. And your family, if you've been in the hospital,
sure.
Well, both you guys, if you have like a need for something, why, excuse me, nurse, why is he not hooked up to that? Nurse, he needs some more, like that kind of shit. Because you let the hospital do what they want to do, and you're fucked. And that's what happened with me. So I'm in there, and I'm pulling chunks of blood out. I can't, and they're like, listen, we're going to have to sedate you to save your life, because I was gurgling.
Sure. You were probably panicking, I'm assuming, right?
Well, I was drowning in my own blood, and it was going in my...
You go into a panic when that happens, obviously. You probably were starting to get agitated, I would assume.
Panic like you wouldn't believe. Because also in my mind, I'm going, am I going to drown in this? And the other thing is, I'm also thinking, holy shit, I just filled up, literally, I probably bled at least a quart and a half of blood.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, holy shit. A lot of blood. I mean, it was not normal. It was pouring, and it would not stop.
Did they take you right in when you went in there?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
oh yeah. No vitals, none. They were in me, and it was horrible. They were scared shit. The nurses were scared to come near me. You know what I mean? Because I was like fucking vomiting blood too. I had a bucket. I brought a bucket with me. I never got my bucket back, by the way. But so
They probably threw it to medical. It's probably been incinerated since then. Yeah.
oh fuck it, they didn't even want to.
Burned it.
Dude, they didn't even want to touch me. They were like, yeah, you need something to wipe that off with, and but so anyway, the one nurse was very good. It's a male nurse. He was helping me a lot, but he couldn't believe it. He was like, oh my god. He goes, I've been in an emergency room for 25 years, and I never seen anything like
The
that.
only thing I've ever seen close to that was some guy who was on video once. He was draining his bicep. That was pretty close to that. Oh, that was you.
Yeah,
Looks
they
just
knew.
like him.
They knew. They knew who I was.
They did?
The one guy knew. Yeah. And anyway, so because see the problem is you may say, oh come on, they see gunshots, they see people fucking around, but they never saw. That's when you're knocked out, maybe your guts are hanging out, or saw a dead body or something. But I was in there and I was reaching down my throat and I was pulling out liver, because your blood coagulates.
Ugh.
It was like liver, and it was big chunks, and I'm talking big like this, and thick, and slabs of liver. And it was because it was.
I'm sorry I'm laughing. It's just the way you tell the story. It's funny.
Did you
that's
think of
okay.
calling me for one of those skewers?
Holy dude!
John, I think it's all a metaphor. His whole life has been a metaphor for that skewer. He was setting himself up for 30 years later to have a problem with his throat.
No, it's payback. My fucking tonsil was like, okay, remember that skewer, motherfucker? You know what I mean? Remember you stuck me with that skewer?
Maybe
So
you
I
had,
paid it-
but maybe you had something wrong back then, and that was
Oh
something
yeah. Oh no, I did.
Right?
But now there's no tonsil there, so the fucking tonsil can't
Right. If
get
you
me
would have
back.
gotten your tonsils out earlier in life, you might not even have this problem. Who knows?
My tonsil's in a jar somewhere or a fucking lab being studied. But anyway, so now I'm choking on the blood. They're like, look, we got to knock you out. You need to go into surgery immediately. So they knocked me out. And the thing is, they couldn't do the surgery there because there was no ear, nose, and throat guy to do that. So they had to send me to Westchester Medical Center, a.k.a. Grasslands.
Hold on. So where were you before this?
I was at Hudson Valley Hospital.
Okay.
It was in Peekskill, New York.
Yeah, you're better off going to Westchester anyway because they have better doctors there. Yeah.
Well, I'd rather go I'd rather go to the fucking A&P butcher store. A&P pork store, let them do it. They do it. Anyway, so I go, now I'm unconscious. So this was started at midnight. About 3 in the morning is when they knocked me out. Because they couldn't take, I was resisting, that's why. So now I went into surgery. I think I don't even know because I wasn't awake. But it was like maybe
So
an
you
hour.
don't remember anything from when you went to sleep at Hudson Valley to when you woke up in Westchester after surgery?
No, because I was under general anesthesia.
The whole time they transported you.
Yup.
Wow.
Because they were afraid. They were saying, dude, you're not going to heal because you could die.
Yeah.
They kept saying you're going to either bleed out and die or you're going to drown. So you have to, the one doctor, because I was resistant, But anyway, so now they go to do this. They do the surgery. I wake up in the morning and it's like, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 o'clock. And after surgery, and I'm fully fucking paralyzed. I mean, I couldn't move. I was like this. And I got all these tubes down my throat. And the fucking nurse is there. And one nurse says to the other nurse, because I guess my leg was a little bit off the gurney. And like I said yesterday, I was telling you this, but the nurse goes, hey, you better watch. He's his leg is off the gurney. Like I was going to crawl off the. She goes, he ain't going nowhere, man. He's paralyzed. I got him totally paralyzed. And to hear them say that and already know that, I was like, oh my God. I could feel this wave of fear because you can't, I'm like this, that's all I can do. I can't do anything else. I couldn't even wiggle my finger. I couldn't do nothing.
Now,
You know what I'm saying?
now just to clarify, because we clarified this yesterday, the nurse wasn't mocking you. She just was saying matter-of-factly that you weren't going
Right.
anywhere because you were paralyzed because they
They
were
didn't give you a
sedating.
nerve block or anything, right?
No, what do you mean nerve block?
I mean, to paralyze you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they gave me.
I think, no,
paralyzed-
John, I think he was still on the anesthetic from the anesthesia. I think he was still,
Right, but I
had it
woke
in
up.
It hadn't worn off yet.
right, the anesthetic with the shit that knocks you out. I woke up from
He
that.
woke up and he still was paralyzed because that
I
stuff
was
hadn't
still
worn off
He
yet.
didn't wake all the way up.
Oh, I was awake enough to fucking panic and shit. I was laying there and I couldn't move. I was going, please God, and I'm trying to move, and the worst fucking fear. Now I don't know. Maybe the anesthesia kicked back in. Maybe they noticed I was awake. I don't know, because I somehow or other I went back into a sleep, and they brought me up and I was into ICU. Now I wake up again. Now it's 3:00 in the afternoon, 2:33. I could see because the fucking clock was right there. And I wake up, and this is where all the bullshit starts. I wake up and I'm tied like this in the bed. I'm tied. My arm's tied to this post, and you were strapped, like a special strap that they use. And I got the tubes are down my throat, and I'm trying to tell the lady, I can't breathe. I'm mouthing the words, I can't breathe. And she looks over at me. She goes, what? And I said, I can't breathe. And she goes, oh, you can't breathe. She goes, you're on a breathing machine. You're fine. You don't worry about it. You're fine. And I'm telling her, take these tubes out. Like, take them out. My mouth to run. She goes, you want the tubes out? She goes, you're fine. We'll get them out in a little while. And she was like Mrs. Clump from the movie Mrs. Clump. She had this, she was a heavy black woman with a big ass and shit. And she'd be like, oh, let me take your blood pressure. And she would hum. Dude. And I'm laying there, and I'm like, this bitch is fucking humming. She looks like Mrs. Clump, and then she's humming, and she's taking my fucking blood pressure, and then and other people coming in the room, doctors, and I'm motioning with my hand tied. I went like this, and they come over to me, and they look right over at me, and the one guy could smell his breath. It was a doctor, stunk, and he goes to me, what's the matter? And I said, and he's going, you can't breathe. He goes, you're on a breathing machine. I'm sure. I told him, take me off, please, take me off. And yeah, we'll get to it. And the lady's like, I told him. It was fucking. But I was panicking. You don't understand.
Right. So they weren't really doing anything wrong. You just were, you were just in anxiety. It sounds like you had a severe anxiety going on.
Exactly. I was no longer.
They should have given you a shot of Xanax or a pill of Xanax or something, to calm you down.
At one point, I was telling the lady going like this, telling her, well, knock me the fuck out so I don't see all this shit. But instead, she sits down, she pulls that fucking table over with the computer and shit, and she starts going, Greg, are you on any meds right now? And I'm like.
He's like Stephen Hawking, John. He can't even talk. He's got one finger.
I can't talk. I got fucking tubes down my throat. Are you fucking kidding me? So I'm going like this. You fucking kidding me? So other people coming in, and then this big black dude that comes in, like from the islands, like put the lime in the coconut. And he was an older guy like my age. He looked like he once was really built. And he goes to me, and you look like a big guy laying there. He goes, and I'm going to, please take the tubes out. And so he goes to me, you can't breathe? He goes, you're on a breathing machine. They all say the same thing. They all say the same fucking thing to me. And then I said, please take the breathing. And I grabbed his hand, and he held my hand for a second. And then he left me. He goes, yeah, you'll get the breathing. So now he keeps saying this, and now it's like fucking 4:00. Yeah. And the breathing tubes are still in me. And I'm getting all upset, and I keep telling her, like this, knock me the fuck out, trying to do the syringe thing.
Yeah. So
they all congregate in a corner for a second, and I start moving like this, and I started gagging, like the gag reflex,
Right.
And I don't know, maybe that's what made me do it. And I sat up and I snapped, like this, and I snapped both of those.
Greg, in all my years, I never heard of anyone breaking out of the hospital restraints.
They told me I'm not the first guy to do it, which pissed me off. But they were amazed because I jumped up and I pulled all the cords out of my throat. And they were like this because I guess I could have really hurt myself. I don't know.
Well, you could have opened up whatever they sutured in his throat, I'm sure, right?
Right. Yeah. Oh, God, Dave, thank God. Because I can't go through that no more. You have no idea, man.
Thank God you didn't do it, yeah.
That bleeding, the thought of those
So when
clots.
the tube, was it a pain? Did it hurt when it came out?
Yeah, it was like two. It wasn't one. It was like 2 or 3 tubes. I don't know. And then I had the thing in the nose too. So, and then I started to, like, after I took the tubes out, right? I threw them on the fucking floor, and I said, "I told you I don't need these fucking tubes." I said, "I can breathe. Look, I don't need a fucking tube." And I was like, "I'm getting the fuck out of here." And I start walking, but this fucking my dick is attached to a fucking cord. So,
That's the worst the tube you had of all of them, probably.
Oh, Dave, I'm like, I can pee. I don't need this fucking thing on my dick. You know what I mean?
Well, you couldn't
And
get
they're
up
like,
when you had the ventilator, Greg. That's why they had that in.
No, I know, man. I was fucking, I don't need any of that shit. I can breathe. Put the ventilator on somebody who needs it, you know? So now I'm all upset. And I told them, look, get this fucking tube out of me. I'm going to pull that one out, too. Yeah. But I kind of in the back of my head said, I wasn't sure because sometimes I know they put a little ball or something. They blow up in the back.
Oh, yeah, you could seriously hurt yourself, yeah.
Right. So I'm like, okay, I better not do that. So some nurse comes over. And she, okay, you sit in the fucking thing, and we'll take it out. So I sat, and they took it out. So now I'm sitting on the gurney, and I'm like, oh my God, this has been unbelievable, unfucking believable. About 10 minutes later, I have to pee. I'm looking, there's no bedpan, and you can't hold it because this is like fucking burn sensation, like when you get gonorrhea. I've had gonorrhea, so I know. It's just
Greg,
like that.
You're such a man of the world.
I had
such a well-rounded life.
Yeah.
I was 19 years old. I had that shit. I had pus used to come out of my dick, and then I had blood come out of my dick. And my mother was like, "What are you doing? Why do you have blood on your underwear?" And I told her, "Well, I got the dirty dick." You know what I mean? Because my mother was from the South Bronx. Like, she was one of them, like, she was a tough Italian girl. You could say anything to her. But anyway, so getting back, so I had, all of a sudden, my dick was like this fucking hose, like a kid. You know when you used to change your son's diaper and the dick goes out and it's going all over like this in the piss, you're trying to avoid that. So the piss is going everywhere, bro. And it's all over me. And they're not around.
Did you still have your roll of toilet paper in your sock or no? They took that away from you.
I wish I did. I was afraid because if I said shit, man, if I got a shit, I'm really fucked.
Yeah.
The store was out. We couldn't buy any toilet.
Luckily, John, anesthesia constipates you. Thank God for him.
Well, I gotta tell you something. I shit for fucking 4 days, black tar, because of all the blood I swallowed.
I'm sure.
But anyway, so now, what's the funny thing is when I gotta pee, there's nobody in there, right? But before, when I had all those tubes, they're up my fucking ass. I got 20 people coming in and out of there.
Sure.
Now I'm all alone. So I'm pushing the button, getting a nurse. She comes in. I said I pissed all over myself. I'm sitting in piss. She goes, okay, we'll change it. Just relax. Now it's been another 15, 20 minutes, and I'm still sitting in my own piss, And now I'm getting really, like, fucking perturbed. And then I realize, holy fuck. It's like, now it's like 4:30, 4:45, almost 5 o'clock. And I never talked to my family. They probably have no idea where the fuck I am.
Right.
Because they saw me last at 12. So I said, has anybody called my family? They're like, no. I'm like, well, give me a fucking phone. So they bring in this phone, archaic phone with the push button. You know what I mean? With the, like we had when we were young.
In the 80s, yeah.
Yeah. So I call my girlfriend, and they're like they're crying, like, oh, thank God, because we didn't know where you were. We call the hospital, they're like, we don't know. There's no Gregg Valentino here. The one hospital where they were told them, oh, I was in Westchester. And then they're saying, like, you're not in Westchester. So they don't know where the fuck I am. So I told my girlfriend, get my niece and my daughter and get me the fuck out of here. Come down here. I'm getting out of here. And thank God I got a chance to call her back real fast and say, get some clothes, because I was stark naked. And I told the doctor, you're keeping me against my will. I'll walk out of here nude. I don't care. I'm not staying in the fucking house of horrors. You put me on.
So what, Greg? Before you left, okay? What was their input on your throat? And what did they tell you? What was done there? Did they tell you what kind of treat? Was there any aftercare or anything like that?
They didn't tell me a fucking thing. And that big
they just
black
let
guy,
you leave without giving you any aftercare?
Dave, I'll get my girlfriend. I have no paperwork. I don't exist.
Wow.
That's why I'm afraid.
Well, maybe they won't send you a bill either. That's good.
Fuck them. Let me tell you, the black guy comes in. And he goes, who the fuck you think you are? And I go, just the same guy that was like standing over me, the big guy. Right?
Yeah.
And he goes to me, who the fuck, with that accent, who the fuck you think you are, man? You know, but they put the lime in the coconut. And I'm like, what? I said, who the fuck am I? I said, you fucks got me tied up. Got breathing tubes down my throat, a tube in my dick. I can pee. I can fucking breathe. I don't need any of that shit. And he goes, you're not the shot caller. You don't call the shots in this hospital. You understand that? You're not the fucking boss. And he said, she's the boss. And that's Jackie, right? The nurse. Mrs. Clump. Yeah. See, he goes, she's the boss. She said, what she says goes. You hear that, Jackie? You don't listen to him. And I said, I'm telling you now, motherfucker, I'm walking out of this hospital.
You called him a motherfucker?
Yeah, I was upset, bro. I told him I'm going out of this hospital stark naked if I have to, but I'm leaving. You cannot hold me against my will. He got all pissed. He walked out. The doctors come in and trying to talk me out of it.
Yeah.
You realize that you almost bled to death at your house. He goes, you were drowning. What happens if you go home and you go to sleep and you start bleeding and you start drowning? Now, wait a minute. I missed a part. After I talked to my kid, my girlfriend, everybody told him, get me out of here. I get my sister on the phone. And my sister goes, well, at least did they have you hooked up to some IV? I go, yeah, I think so. And look, I have 5 PICC lines. 5. 3 in this arm, 2 in this arm. And now 1 fucking IV. Now, I haven't had anything to drink. I haven't had food in 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm like, I'm in here with 5 PICC lines, now 1 fucking IV. I told my sister, she freaked out. She tells the nurse, why isn't he on a fucking PICC? You know, put some IV in him. He hasn't had anything to drink. They said, well, we want to see if he'll drink on his own. And she goes, but he said there's no water. I got no water. How am I going to
Greg,
drink
they had a freaking tube down your throat. How are you going to drink on your own?
No, but this is after the tube.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, where's the fucking water? Dave, it was like a fucking nightmare. So one male nurse comes in. He was great. His name was Wade. So Wade, if you're watching this, you're a good guy. You're a good guy. He was like, look, I'll get you out of here. Don't worry about it. When your girlfriend comes, I'll get your clothes. I'll get a wheelchair. Well, just do me a favor. Don't leave on your own. I know you're a crazy fuck. You're going to walk out of here. Because I was ready to do it. I said, I'll walk out of here nude or in that gown. I don't care. And they got me, and I came home. But I got to be honest with you, that damaged me mentally.
Yeah.
Like fucking being paralyzed like that and being awake. My mother had that happen to her, and it was like a nightmare for her.
You're a control freak anyway, Greg. So I mean that had to be terrible for you.
I'm 100% control freak. I panic when somebody else drives. I have to drive.
Well, that's why you never did recreational drugs, probably because you're a control freak, right?
That's exactly why. That's why I tell everybody. I don't like to give up control. That's why I never drank and never smoked. They say, Dave, you hit the nail on the head. I didn't like those fucking things. I didn't like that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially since I knew that I could breathe on my own. It's different if I couldn't breathe. Hold on. I gotta watch when I yawn. I don't want to rip the fucking stitches. The ones down the throat.
Yeah, if you started like spraying blood out of your throat now, it would probably be great for ratings, but we wouldn't want to see it. We wouldn't want to see it.
It would go viral.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm in control always, even with my body, with everything I do. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, you're not working out, are you, Greg?
No, Jesus,
okay,
Dave.
Thank God. All right. Don't do any training yet.
No, because that bleeding that I had over here, oh my God, Dave, I don't ever want that to happen
Scary.
again. No
it's
way.
scary.
That made me a good little boy. Look, I'm drinking the blood. You see, he's all yellow. I don't want to spill it on the computer.
So, Greg, when do you go back to the doctor to get the update on what actually is going on with you?
Well, my real doctor I'm in New York City. The real doctor's at Mount Sinai.
Sure.
Okay, this was just emergency in
I know.
Westchester's the little brother of the Bronx, for you people that don't know. Anyway, it's the suburb.
Yeah.
So I get to go to Mount Sinai. But this Thursday, I have a video conference. Because now that's the new thing with doctors. They're afraid. So they're going to do a video conference. You know.
That's okay. At least you got to just get told what's going on. That's what you really want to know.
Dude, at this point, I'm rehabbing myself. I'm doing really good. If you saw me, I was even skinnier than I was like this. When I came home, I was all fucking gray and shit, you know?
What's the deal with the lymph node? Did that you get the results of that?
Yeah, it was nothing. So they took
Oh.
my lymph nodes for nothing. I got this fucking scar now for
Well, you
nothing.
look cool though. It's a good story.
Have
Yeah.
Tyler call Jimmy the Bull because he's called me 2 times now. He doesn't
All
get
right,
it.
all right. We'll get him on. Yeah, let's get. Now we can hear. Now that Greg has been debriefed, we can find out what what's going on with the bull's tooth.
Just
Yeah.
what I needed, though, a new story, right? Like I needed them to do this. I said, now I got a good story.
This is what happens. We're getting old. A bunch of old fucking Italians
Talking about our medical
all the
problems.
medical shit that's
Yeah.
wrong with them. So we got Greg's got cancer. I got Jimmy the Bull's got teeth. He's
I can't laugh too
right.
hard.
Next week I'm gonna be saying, my fucking prostate. We got to talk about that.
Well, no, you've just become Archie Bunker, right, John? Isn't that what you've become?
Wait.
Exactly.
Dave's got the shoulder too, so he's one of us, right?
Yeah,
Dave's got
Yeah,
the
I have
shoulder.
I have two fake joints. That's all. I have 2 fake shoulders. Yeah, Jimmy the Bull's texting me now too.
Yeah, he's calling me. He does everything except what I told him to do.
he's
He's called the fucking show.
Dude, if I laugh too hard, I got stitches inside the throat. Not these, the ones. Yeah.
Turn the volume down then, because you're probably going to laugh.
Oh shit.
What? Jimmy's like, the link you sent me doesn't work. I'm like, he's trying to click on a link from last week, John, when we did that show on a different thing. He thinks the link's the same for eternity.
I think Steve Bleckman trained them on how to use a cell phone.
Hold on, I
Dude,
got him on the phone.
I
Jimmy,
got broth coming out of my nose.
we're on Skype, Jimmy. Can you call us on Skype like you normally do?
Not Romano. Don't call Romano's phone.
What? We're calling you. Maybe we have the wrong number. You know what? You know our number. It's RxMuscle on Skype.
Yeah, but I don't have. I got after hours. I got you. I don't have RxMuscle on the fucking Skype.
You have to, because we've called you from it 1 million times. You've done the show 5 million times. You've been on the show.
I'm in a beautiful gym. I got a fucking pool over here. I was going to show you guys that I'm working out.
Well-
fucking Armageddon.
Well, just
I can't even get on this fucking thing.
can you just please Skype us?
I'm fucking sick of this fucking Skype.
What's your Skype name, first of all?
I don't know. Iron Bull?
Is it Iron Bull?
Maybe.
What does it say at the top?
Just have him call John, and then John will just call us.
Can you conference
Same
him?
way.
Can you do it that way, Kyle?
We're gonna have
It
to.
doesn't
do
even
it
have
that way.
anything on there. It doesn't have. It's just got after hours, Dave Palumbo, and then now it's got English Andy, and then Amanda Dunbar. I don't know what the fuck this thing's doing.
Put RxMuscle all capitals in. It's like talking to my dad, John. Completely. My father would call me up, and I'd have to try to walk him through the remote control to get so he could watch his TV. Because it would be, if he hit one button and the TV wasn't on, I have to like walk him through step by step what to do.
My father,
Jimmy the Bull and Elon Musk got nothing
Yeah.
in common.
dude, my father, the telephone
Now
would ring,
you've
my
been on the
father would
show
answer the
before, so
remote.
you got to have a pass call from RxMuscle on that
How
Skype
could that
thing.
be?
Go look at the history.
I hit the guy, okay?
What name pops up? What name pops up?
I want to cry right now, all right?
What name pops up when you pull up Skype?
I want to cry right now.
Jimmy, what name? What's your Skype name?
Dude, that's too
It
funny.
says right here, RxMuscle missed call. It says on the
That's right. Call us back. Call us back. Click on that. Call us back on that. That's it.
Holy shit.
You missed the call. You see?
I'm hitting it.
People gonna say we're
there
all
you
dumb
are.
Italians.
We got you.
The dumb guinea
got 'em?
bastards.
All dumb Italians.
All New York
I'm on the
guineas.
phone with you.
Hold on. I think I see you popping up on the screen. Something popped up, Tyler. I see it.
But if you need a
Right.
stone wall built or a brick fireplace, give us a call.
Can you?
What do you mean? You need some good
Do you
food.
see it
too.
ringing? We're calling you. You should see it ringing. Just answer it. What's
You
wrong
need
with you?
somebody whacked.
I'm probably on the phone with you. That's why. Let me hang
No.
up.
All right. Hang on.
I'm on the
It's
phone.
my dad. It's unbelievable. He is my dad. I'm telling you. And getting him down to move down to Florida is like getting my dad down here. I got to wait till the guy is fucking demented and lighting his house on fire before I can get him down here.
I swear to God, he took IT courses from Steve Bleckman.
You would. The funny thing is he can work the phone pretty well too. I've seen him on his phone. I don't know why he's having so much problem with Skype. He's used it before.
Numerous times.
He doesn't know how to answer it or something like that. I don't know what he's doing.
Hey, I just got to say one thing, John. When I got home, I watched the video and I saw Dave eating that fucking cookie from George, and I started crying. That Mr. J, because I haven't had food in 2 weeks. You know,
He sent them out to you supposedly. The jumbo Palumbo.
When can you eat again?
Like this weekend coming, I can start eating solid food. Dude, I'm dying. I had fucking broth all day, all night, and Jello. But I saw that cookie, and Dave's over there, and Dave breaks off the cookie, and before he puts it in his mouth, he goes, "Oh my God, this is so delicious."
He's calling me
and
again.
Then he puts it in.
He's calling me again, John. Jimmy, what's the matter?
Put him on speaker. It's funnier.
Yeah, put him on speaker.
Oh, he's on.
When I call it, it bumps it right off.
I don't know why it's doing that. Why would it do that? Did you see, when we called you, did you see us calling you?
No, because I'm on the phone with you, so I saw.
All right, I'm going to hang up with you. We're going to call you. Answer it, okay?
But you got to tell him how to answer it.
What, John, you hit a fucking button. Answer the phone. What do I...
No, he's going to go like this. What the fuck? Yeah, hello, hey.
You're right. He's probably not looking at the phone.
He's just going to pick it up.
Yeah.
He doesn't know
He thinks it's on a hook or something like that, like the old phone on the hook.
Yeah, Bob's.
There must be some setting on his phone that
You got to tell him to push the camera icon. He doesn't know how to answer it.
Because he's not getting to the accept the call button.
He's not accepting the call or something like that. I don't know.
That's because he's going like this. With his arm up. You know, 'cause he can't bend his arm.
Dude, that's fucking too much. You're gonna make me count my stitches. My fucking stitches in my mouth.
You're gonna split Greg's throat open again.
I know, Greg. This show may not be healthy for you.
Yeah. It's therapeutic, but it's not physically healthy. Yeah. I can't believe he can't answer this call. I feel bad. We're gonna have to exclude him.
You gotta teach him how to answer it. I'm telling you.
But he's done the show 100 times before.
I got a flip phone.
But he makes so many mistakes doing it. He can't remember the right ones.
But John, I got a flip phone, and I'm on this fucking show.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
You got your girlfriend setting it up for you. That's why you couldn't do it yourself.
She told me out. Not no more. She ain't setting shit up no more.
Oh, here we got him. All right, thank you.
Got him.
Jesus.
He's like popping in and out. You see that?
There he is.
Oh my God! Finally, Jimmy the Bull.
Now he's gone.
He's in. Jimmy told me. It'd be nice if you put the video on Jimmy.
Is he throwing up?
He's working out.
Dave!
We can't see you. Put the audio. Put the camera on, Jimmy.
Press the camera icon.
How come I can't get the sound out here?
We can hear you. We can't see you.
We can't see you, Jimmy. We can hear you.
Oh, hold on.
It's
Press
Greg.
the camera button.
He's probably like in a sewer somewhere.
I told you he didn't know how to answer the call. This is what this is. There he goes.
Did you get it?
Hey,
Yes.
Jimmy.
What a fucking pain in the fucking ass!
Elon Musk, you are not.
No. Can you turn the phone sideways,
I'm never
Jimmy?
good with this fucking Skype shit, man. I'm never good with this fucking.
Turn the phone sideways, man.
You can't
You can't listen.
I don't like it.
Where are you working out?
I fucking just got to the dentist. I got teeth ripped out of my mouth, and I decided to work out because I'm so fucking disgusted with everything. The fucking corona, my fucking teeth, the fucking gym, his neck. I'm sick of it.
I don't think you're supposed to raise your blood pressure that much after you get your tooth pulled. You're gonna wind up bleeding like Greg did.
I'm sick of this whole fucking thing. I don't even care if the fucking world ends. You know that? I'm ready for this motherfucker. Yeah, keep laughing, John. Keep
Greg,
laughing.
tell him what happens when you go to the gym.
Backyard, you're hunting for fucking deer for fucking to go eat. You'll see. That's gonna happen. I got nothing over here. You know what I gotta kill? Squirrels.
Greg's bleeding again because of fucking Jimmy.
You can't eat those squirrels. They got diseases.
I Get the fuck back and eat.
You got to get a squirrel from the country. You can't eat one of those squirrels. In fucking
Oh my God, I can't. It actually hurts me right there.
Greg, tell him what to do if he starts bleeding out of his tooth he just had pulled.
They got black squirrels over here. The meat's good.
No, you can't eat those.
How's that better?
They got glazed.
What gym are you at?
Fucking kill you.
Oh my God, that's
Let me show you one
hysterical.
right here.
What tooth you get moved?
Got a minute?
Yeah.
You know how to fucking help.
Sounds like you're in a bomb shelter.
This is my Armageddon gym because you can't train no other fucking where because they took everything from us. They took our lives. They're gonna take our balls soon. But I want to show you my Armageddon
They took
gym.
Greg's already.
There you go.
Wow, nice.
Wow.
Who's Jim?
Wow.
It's nice.
Holy shit.
Where is that?
Where is that?
And here's my heated pool.
Nice.
Wow. Is that it?
Huh?
Whose house you at?
What? Did you do a home invasion?
There's my diving board.
Home invasion.
Not yours. Where are the people that live there? Did you tie them up?
Well,
He's got
I
hostages.
figured this is the Armageddon, right?
So
This
you
is
broke
this
it.
is the end times. This is the end of the world. So you know what? I came over here. I found a nice house with a gym in the back. I tied the people up in the kitchen, and I'm using their facility.
That's what I
Holy-
thought.
I'm
Is
a
that
nice
the-
guy. When I'm done, I'll untie them and I'll fucking leave.
That looks
Is
like
that-
that guy Todd's house. That's not Todd's
No, it's
house,
the
is it?
Blackman's house. That's Blackman's house.
Yeah, it might
No,
be.
it's not.
I just got my teeth ripped out. Look at this here. I can't even eat food. I'm gonna be eating fucking puree soon. That's what the fuck I'm gonna
You're gonna have
Greg's
dentures pretty
Greg's
soon.
eating
Dave's
broth.
protein to
Jim,
stay
come over
alive.
here. You can have broth at my house with me.
Yeah,
you
you
guys
can
go
have
out
broth.
you should
Greg's
go
got
broth
plenty of it.
together.
Broth
I
and
can
jello.
picture these two sitting 6 feet apart drinking broth.
Social distancing.
Hey, Jimmy, that's not that guy Todd, the mortgage broker's house, is it?
Yeah, it is. How'd you know?
Is it really?
No, it's Chris, the guy. He's a crane operator. He sold to my friend John Mastriani.
Oh, it looks like the house. I think I've been in that house. It looks familiar.
Yeah, I wish I could take him downstairs. He's got gun vaults down there, everything. Forget it.
Wow. Very nice.
Yeah, we're ready over here.
Where's he?
He's inside with some broad. He don't want to train right now.
Oh.
Social distancing.
You're lucky you got access to a gym, Jimmy.
I came here the other night. I wanted to work out with him. And he shipped some girl in from the train. I'm like, yo, you're gonna work out today? He goes, some broad just came on the train. I can't train right now. I said, you got a girl come in from the train? Are you out of your fucking mind?
With a house like that, he should have sent the limo for her, Jimmy.
I
I can't believe him. He's out of his fucking mind.
hope he's doing it from behind, not face to face. That's
Yeah,
bad.
exactly.
Yeah, those droplets.
Make sure she's got on all
Jimmy,
fours. Go from
didn't the
behind.
dentist tell you not to raise your blood pressure after getting the tooth pulled?
He did. He told me to go home, lay down, rinse with salt water. I came right here. Fuck this shit, man. I got no time for that bullshit.
Jim, you should take a swim in the pool.
Did you go to
yeah,
the
I'm gonna
Asian?
go-
Did
that's
the
what the
Asian
pool's
dentist
heated,
pull your
right?
tooth?
That's
Seems
nice.
like-
Listen, when I'm done working out, I'm gonna go in the fucking pool, bro, naked. There's nobody over here.
Atta
Jimmy,
boy.
Jimmy
I
and
showed you
Greg
my
both
buddy-
went to the same school of rehabilitation, you know.
Evidently, yeah, John.
Immediately after surgery, start doing high blood pressure shit, do the weights, eat Snickers bars, and
Hey, here's my buddy. Here's my buddy's car.
Nice.
nice.
There's my tank out there in the street.
That's
That's nice.
Where is
That's
that,
nice.
Huntington?
Huh?
Is that Huntington?
Yeah, it's right off of. There's a 7-Eleven here on East 17th. You're probably not familiar with. Yeah, but it's
No.
Huntington.
No. It's a nice house, though.
Oh, I did all the floors in this house.
You did everyone's houses. You did all the floors in everyone's houses that we know.
I'd like to show you the floors. Back in the day, when I was doing.
The best floor you ever did was mine. You did that maple floor for me with the bleached white finish on it. Unbelievable. Everyone always complimented that floor. They said it was the best floor they'd ever seen. It was like
Jimmy does
like
good
glass.
floors.
You made it.
What's happening, guys? I'm gonna introduce to my friend.
Where the hell are you walking to? You looking at the house must be.
I'm in my buddy's house. I'm gonna introduce you to John.
Oh.
Jimmy, you got to pick the phone up and shoot from a little higher.
We don't want to see you. We want to see the house, Jimmy.
You got more
How's
chins
that?
than a Chinese phone book right there.
What the fuck?
Pick the phone up.
Camera guy.
All you see is chins.
My friend John.
How you doing?
How you doing?
That's my Italian kumba. And this is his friend.
How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Let me show you that. I'm going to show him the floor.
I want to see the girl. I want to see the girl.
Show Greg the girl.
And a half, this guy. Let me show you the floors I did here.
He looks familiar, man.
I know John doesn't appreciate this. Here, check out these floors.
All I can see is your chins. Oh,
Wow.
there we go. Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
Look at it. Nice, right?
Yeah.
He did my computer room like that, and then one of the fish tanks spilled, and they had to redo it.
Here's Roxy while we're at it. Hey, girl. Hey, my little girl.
Your name's Roxy?
Yeah.
Mine is too.
My little sweetie.
Your dog's name is Roxy's.
Yeah,
too?
the female, the brown one.
And this is John's, when the shit hits the fan, this is John's getaway vehicle right over here. When the shit hits the fan,
Nice.
he's gonna jump on this fucking scooter, and he's gonna head down Jericho Turnpike while they're shooting at him. He probably won't get far, but...
Now, Jimmy, when you got your tooth pulled today, did you go to the Asian dentist for that?
What happened?
I said, did you go to the Asian dentist to get your tooth pulled?
We got a dead spot over here. What do you got? Iron
He's not
beams over
listening.
here, John?
He's
What's
too
that,
distracted.
I get a dead spot. Yeah.
Jimmy,
All right, see you later, guys. Take care, Roxy.
Come on, guys.
did the Asian
show you
dentist
his
pull your tooth, Jimmy?
Bar here. This is where I drink. In the,
He's not listening.
what was that?
I said, who pulled your tooth?
Come on.
You want to see Roxy?
No.
No, he wants to know who pulled
I want to
your
know who
tooth.
pulled your tooth.
Toy down.
He wants to know if the Asian dentist pulled your tooth. Did the Asian dentist pull your tooth?
No, he's a good guy, man. He's not an Asian. I had it with the Asians. I can't deal with them anymore. Let me show you the bar that I drink at, Greg. Right here.
wanna
That's where I
see.
drink in the summer.
Nice.
We got tap beers over there.
That's nice, Jimmy.
I drink all my Jägermeister. We got the lights on. We're having a whole party back here. I got the pool. Jump out in the fucking pool.
This guy's got a nice house.
Yeah, nice
Yeah,
setup.
man. Nice.
You didn't
Here's
put.
my gym.
That's beautiful, man.
That's the gym.
Jimmy, you're
Yes.
looking pretty big again. What's going on? You been working out?
Hey, little girl.
Yeah, well, I figured it's the Armageddon, so I'm not going out laying down on my back anymore. So I'm in here training like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful,
Getting
man.
ready for the Armageddon. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going down easy.
Gotcha.
That's
Can you
beautiful.
do the
man.
150-pound dumbbell curls for us?
He's taking a little bit of time between sets.
I don't think you can hear me very well.
Yeah, Jimmy, do something heavy.
Well, okay, let's see.
Remember when he used to
Don't hurt.
those
No, don't hurt him.
Dude.
Don't let him hurt. I don't want him hurting himself on our watch here.
I spotted him.
No
when
one's
he-
no one's bleeding and going to the hospital on our watch. That's all we need.
Thank you, Dave.
If it hasn't happened by now, it's not going to.
I spotted Jimmy on stage, and he did reverse benching with 600 pounds. And I told him, dude, if you get stuck, I can't deadlift this
He
off
did the
you.
skull crushes, yeah. The funny thing is,
There you go.
There's the bull. The bull is back.
Atta boy.
how much were those, Jimmy? How much did those weigh?
35.
I bet you they were 80s.
85.
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good eye I got.
Pretty good.
That's double what any normal human being can do, John. That's double what any normal person watching this could do.
Yep.
Oh Oh boy, that's great.
All right, well, Jimmy, I'm happy you're out of pain now. I think the tooth thing was what was getting you down. So obviously that's out.
Wait, who's taking me down?
Lift the phone
You're not
up.
listening. You're walking around. I can't talk to you.
Hold the
You see
phone
that,
up.
John?
Hold the phone up. I wouldn't
He's in a good mood now that he got his tooth pulled. Yeah.
How about that?
That's better. There you go.
Greg, the minute I see blood coming out onto that rag, you're out of here.
Oh shit! I can't laugh in my throat.
That's how you do it. Otherwise, you got too many chins.
This is one of these shows, John. You remember the shows we used to do in my house where you'd leave, you'd have such a headache and you'd think the show was terrible and everyone said it was the best show you ever did, you know? That's like that's like what this show is.
Oh, this is great.
Well, Greg, we're really happy that obviously you're feeling better and on the mend. Jimmy, I'm glad you're out of pain and your tooth is feeling good. And John, I'm happy you're not in the hospital at all. So for that matter, you know.
I'm waiting.
No, don't go. We're not going to any hospitals. And he's gonna have it. We're gonna hear tomorrow. The bull decapitated himself in some home gym in Huntington Village.
Kids out there watching this, don't train like that.
John, what's that? 20 pounds?
Yeah, don't imitate him. That's for sure.
I think he's training his belly button over there.
All right, guys. As they say every week on After Hours here, you never know what to expect with the crew we got going on. I'm just happy we're all back together in one place and everyone's safe and no one has coronavirus here. If you do have it, be safe, guys, and make sure you take your vitamins. I've heard. First of all, I just want to put it out there. Don't take any Tylenol and don't take any ibuprofen. They're saying if you have coronavirus because it will make it last longer and make it worse. Did you hear that, John?
Greg.
You could take Tylenol, but not ibuprofen.
I'm hearing even Tylenol. I'm hearing the fever is actually good to have because it helps fight the virus off a little faster.
And don't hug
I gotta say something. Greg, I just want to ask how you feeling, bro.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy.
You missed that.
Better.
We talked about it for an hour already.
All jokes aside, I know you had some, traumatic surgery there. I want to make sure you're all right.
Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate it. I love you, man. I'm doing a lot better now.
Watch the replay of the show. You'll find out how he's doing.
Watch the show. All the way up until where you got on.
Put it this way: his story outdoes any of your stories by a mile.
I'm not that fucking self-absorbed, all right?
You made me laugh. I gotta rip the stitches in my throat. I also had these too.
Yeah, wow, that's serious shit, man.
I think you ought to get a tattoo over that, like a Derek Anthony tattoo, Greg.
Yeah.
The scar looks good, man. That's us
I like
man,
that
we got
scar.
That's
a
right.
good
We
one.
do have scars.
He's got that Italian skin. You won't even see that scar probably in 2 weeks from now.
Right.
It'll disappear.
Us Italians, we heal up pretty good. We got tough skin, us Italians.
It'll
That's
just
right.
look like he cut himself shaving.
I just want to eat normal again. Some Italian food and stuff. I couldn't do that now because I got stitches down there. It'll burn.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, we should send out some prayers to all our Italian brethren over there in Italy.
I told you,
because
I need Mr. G's cookies.
the cookies are on the way, Greg. But I want to do. I want to send out a lot of well wishes and prayers out to the Italians out there because they're getting hit pretty hard with this disease.
I saw Dave eating it. I started crying. I saw that because I haven't eaten in weeks. And
How come no one's
got
listening?
out of
Can they not
hospital.
hear me, Tyler? Or am I talking to myself?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Dave's
I'm trying to give a prayer, and you're talking about jumbo Palumbo cookies.
Those things look so good, Dave. I cried. I was reaching for the camera.
Black would say anesthesia-induced dementia. He's got.
Greg, send me your address. I'll send you some lasagna.
Oh, Don, I'll take you up on that.
I'm serious. I got some in the freezer. I'll send it to you.
He's got anesthesia-induced dementia. He doesn't know what's going on.
Apoptosis.
He's confused.
Look at the bowl. You should have known that note. Look at the bowl.
Hey guys, if you think you're depressed because you can't work out in your normal gym and you can't do things during this quarantine time, take a look at what the Bull's doing over there. Jimmy the Bull.
Fucking A, man.
How are you going to handle 300-pound bodybuilders?
Gotta be like the bull, man. Train like the bull and beat the bull.
That's right. There's only one bull.
You're supposed to say, I eat 300-pound bodybuilders for breakfast.
You're gonna be a sissy.
Give us some words of inspiration, Jimmy.
Words of inspiration is don't watch the TV. Continue what you're doing. Keep your chin up. Pray to God and keep the faith. That's my word.
Good words.
That's
Good
it?
words.
Don't let the devil get you down. Don't be depressed. Don't be scared. That's what he wants.
He's right.
That's right.
He's right.
That's right.
That's why I snapped them fucking chains, bro.
Put on the armor.
That a boy, Jimmy. Dude, I spotted him on stage at the Woman's Extravaganza, 600 pounds reverse bench, and I told Jimmy, God, please get this up, because I can't deadlift this shit off you. And he was banging it out for reps.
Look at him. 60
600
years old.
pounds.
He's still going strong over there in that gym.
Going on 61 now.
Amen to that.
That a boy.
And on that note,
boy.
I'm Dave
Look,
Palumbo.
I got a little bit of good news for you people
What?
that don't live in New York. I got a little bit of good news. The sun is finally coming through.
Yes.
There you
You see
go.
that?
That's
I haven't
beautiful.
seen sun in fucking 2 weeks.
That'll cure the freaking virus.
Come down to Florida. We haven't lost the sun, so I've been in my
It's
pool every
Horrible
day.
over here. New York is a fucking horrible state.
Oh, dude, it's unbelievable.
Terrible.
Taxes,
It's so horrible
everything.
you can't leave there. That's how horrible it is.
Yeah, now we're not even allowed to leave.
I can't leave because of
I
family.
came to Dave's house when I had the chance.
You should have. You would have been living. You would have been by the pool right now.
Right now. Yep.
Well, even John, when he was doing his construction, I should have came down there and I should have started working with John.
Yep.
That's what I should have did.
That's
You
what
blew
you
it.
should have done.
Hey, pussyfooter. That's another word of wisdom. Don't procrastinate. That's another word of wisdom. That's what I did all my life, and I always
You
got a fucking fuck in the ass.
Me too,
You should
Jimmy.
live by those words of wisdom that you're imbuing us with, Jimmy.
Yes.
Exactly.
Live by
That's
them.
what I have to do. That's why I keep repeating them. I have to try to live by them.
All right, I think the show will probably never end if I don't cut it off right now. So, John, I love you, man.
That's great.
Love you too, brother.
Jimmy, can you stop walking for 3
What
seconds?
happened?
You make
I want to
everybody
close out the
watch
show.
yourself,
I don't want to end with you walking.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right, let me see a double bicep pose.
I can't do double, but I'll give you a single.
All right, give me a single. The good
I know I
arm.
can't get my arms up there anymore. Yeah.
He's still got it, John.
And boy.
He's like iron, the guy. That's why they call him the Iron Bull. Uh-oh, the shirt's coming off. I think we should have a Jimmy the Bull, Gregg Valentino pose down. Maybe give Greg a few months to recover.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
How funny would that
Okay,
be?
man. Keep the strength, man. Keep it going.
That's right.
That a boy.
I love you all, guys, but I'm going to cut you all off right now. I'm Dave Palumbo for another crazy edition of After Hours. We'll see you next week.